Assalamualaikum and greeting to my audience, especially to my lecturer Sir Muhammad Nohan. My name is Muhammad Shahmi bin Saleh and I'm from class AD2413A. Today I will be presenting about my project for elective subject AD441, sketching and rendering techniques through this semester. The first project that I done is learning about perspective view drawing and finishing the exercise given. Based on what I have learned, there are three types of perspective view drawing, which is 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. We can also draw perspective drawing in different views, such as bird eye view, eye level, and worm eye view. The device that I use to complete this task is using drawing tablet. In this one, I use Photoshop and pencil tool to create the line. These are some drawing that I have done for this semester. The next project is elementary shape and shading. In this part, I have been learning and understand how to put shadow and highlights on the shape based on the light source. I also use Photoshop to finish this task. In the first task, I done shading elementary shapes like cube, cone, cylinder, and sphere. I use polygonal lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool to select the space that I want to shade. Then I use the brush tool, set the flow to 10 to 20% and start shading using my stylus and drawing tablet. I use only black for the shadow and white for the highlights. I have also completed the basic shape and shading test, which I have been tasked to replicate shading from an actual photo, and I repeat the same step that I used in elementary shape and shading to accomplish it. It was quite challenging to draw and paint it because it has tricky parts for shadow and highlights. This is the final outcome. Last but not least, the final project for this semester is draw a product of choice. I have done my consultation with my lecturer from choosing the product until finishing the last touch. I choose transport type for my product and Batman tumbler from the Dark Knight movie as my final product of choice. The reason I take it as my subject for final project is because the shape of the tumbler that is so unique and have dynamic shapes. I've been using techniques that I have learned previously from other projects, especially shading technique. Photoshop and Illustrator is two software that have been used to create this image. I use Illustrator to trace and create outline for the whole cars from body to tire. Pen tool is one of the tools that I use to create the line. For the quality of line, I adjusted the stroke weight of the outline. Meanwhile, I use Photoshop to do the most of the work such as coloring, shading, creating the background, and some touch-up. Some tools that I use is polygonal lasso tool and elliptical marker tool to create a section for coloring and shading. I set the brush flow to 5% and then shading according to the image of the Batman's tumbler. For the background, I combine character images from the movie, some vector image, the Dark Knight logo, and I use blending option, draw shadow effect to create shadow effect at the bottom of the car. I choose light grey color for the background to make sure the main image, which is the tumbler car, can stand out. Even it is so challenging as it has so many details to color and draw, I actually enjoy and successfully finish the artwork until the end. As the conclusion, learning this course helped me to understand more about technical drawing, shading techniques properly, and even how to maximize the use of this software with the help of my lecturer. That's all from me, thank you very much.